Today on Saints Now, we're going to be discussing the huge NFL news that recently came across our timeline, and we're also going to discuss how this impacts the New Orleans Saints. My name is Trizzy Trace Girouard. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope you guys are excited for the weekend, and I hope you guys are excited for training camp. It's just around the corner, so if you're pumped up to hear about real Saints football and the latest around Kellen Moore's team, hit the thumbs up icon and drop a like on today's show. So let's dive into the latest NFL news. How we're going to do this is I'm going to explain the news as what happened because I want to inform you, and then we're going to have the conversation around the Saints. So if you're going to get in the comments and get mad about me informing you about this, there's context around this whole thing. Alfred Collins, the second-round pick by the San Francisco 49ers, he has agreed to terms on his 4-year rookie contract last night. We didn't discuss it yet. We were going to discuss it first thing in the morning, and so we're going to do that. He signed his rookie contract. He was the 43rd overall selection in the 2025 NFL Draft, and that contract includes $9 million guaranteed. It's a $10.3 million contract. 88% of that contract is guaranteed. So I want you to remember this note right here. 88%. That's a very important number to keep in mind when we continue to have this conversation. Now, he's not the only second-round player who recently etched a deal. Shough Turner, the second-round pick by the Chicago Bears, Dennis Allen's new defensive tackle, he has agreed to terms on his 4-year rookie deal today. That report coming in from Ian Rappaport. So now we have a handful of rookies that have signed their second-round contracts, the rookie contracts that are second-round picks. Browns linebacker Carson Schlesinger, he signed his fully guaranteed deal. Jaden Higgins, the wide receiver for the Houston Texans, signed a fully guaranteed deal. Alfred Collins, Shough Turner, they both signed their contracts as well. So 4 second-round picks have signed their rookie contracts. Now, you might be wondering, Trizzy, we've been spending the last minute and a half or so talking about a bunch of teams, a bunch of players that aren't on my football team. So how does this impact the New Orleans Saints? I'm going to tell you how here in just a moment. I'm going to give you a little tidbit. It is around Tyler Shough. It is around etching his deal, and we're going to explain why this is really, really good news here for the Saints in just one moment. Really quickly, though, I need you guys to take advantage of this sale. The link will be in the second paragraph of the description and in the comments of today's video. Get this hoodie on sale. I like to call it a hoodie. It's a short sleeve hoodie. It's absolutely fresh. It's clean, and you should get yours today. It was $55. Now it's $33. So find the link. I made it clickable in the second paragraph of the description and in the comments section of today's show. I hope you guys go and get swagged out because I know that this shirt is absolutely fresh. Now, Tyler Shough has not signed his rookie contract yet. This is how this whole thing comes together. Tyler Shough, the 40th overall selection by the New Orleans Saints, is needing to still put pen to paper in terms of completing the process of getting him under contract. And now, it is important to note that he has not missed any practices yet. I don't think that this will be a problem when it comes time for training camp to start, but the negotiations from what we understand around Tyler Shough specifically are around the guarantees on the 4th year of his salary and maximizing the 4th year of his base salary. He's obviously in a quarterback competition with Spencer Rattler. He obviously is trying to learn a new system under Kellen Moore with a brand new head coach in the National Football League. 25 years old. There's a lot of eyeballs on Tyler Shough this year. And I will say, I want to defend him for a moment. I can't blame him for doing this. I don't think we need to be upset as Saints fans. I don't think we need to be getting frustrated with him. I don't think this is a means to cut him, trade him, anything like that. This is not just a Tyler Shough thing. This is a league-wide thing. Players are trying to maximize their earnings, and can you blame them? If it was up to your salary and your contract, would you not try to fight tooth and nail to try to maximize the amount of money on your contract? I feel like that's what I would do. And so for me, I'm really not that upset about this whole thing. I just ask that let's get it done soon. So what's at stake here? What happens if Tyler Shough doesn't put pen to paper in the next handful of days? The quarterback battle is definitely something to consider. Spencer Rattler, if Tyler Shough does have a holdout and does decide that he isn't going to participate, Spencer Rattler's going to run away with this quarterback competition. there's also risk of the rookie development. Like, if Tyler Shough is distracted and focused on the contract, and, I don't think that's really what it is, like, that's something that needs to be considered, and that's something that's at stake. You also have a brand new head coach for an entire offense, so it's important to build the chemistry with the entire roster and to learn football at a professional level with a brand new head coach. So, I don't think that this is going to cause any problems. I don't expect any issues at training camp, but if there are serious things at stake here. I will reemphasize, I don't expect a holdout. Tyler Shough does not strike me as that kind of player. He does not seem like a guy who's going to hold out for a couple pennies and nickels on a dime, and I think that he's really just wanting to maximize his contract, and I really can't blame him. I mean, I would want to make sure I got the most money in my pocket, and I know you at home probably would do the same thing. So I don't expect any issues. We're going to talk about what to expect here in terms of what the contract should look like and what it'll ultimately result in. But really quickly, I want to remind you to subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports for updates during training camp. We're going to be giving you guys videos every day that there's practice, and we're going to be letting you know what's going on with your favorite football team. So if you can't make it out to any of the practices, or you just want to get more informed and learn my perspective on what's happening, I want you to hit the sub button. Today's goal, we're trying to get to 47,200. We're chipping away on the road to 50K. The big distraction is the contract situation. And if we can resolve this contract situation, it is a massive, massive win for not just the Saints, but also Tyler Shough, because he can put this behind him. He doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't have to think about it. And he can focus on playing football and developing into a really, really good player and developing into the leader of this offense. And for what it's worth, I do think that the Saints are a team that really shouldn't have many issues in getting this whole thing resolved. They're very creative with their cap spending, and they're very, very good at stretching every single penny to the dollar, or every single dollar to the penny, whatever. They're good at stretching out every single dollar and maximizing every penny that they have. And Kai Harley is a big reason for that. So what I expect is to see around 88% of that guaranteed money. That's the baseline. So I expect it to be no lower than 88%. I would say you should probably flirt with around 90, maybe 90 plus. It's not going to be fully guaranteed, which is good news for the Saints. Bad news for Shough. But I do think that 90% of your contract guaranteed, that's pretty nice. Remember, Alfred Collins signed his deal. He was the 43rd pick. Tyler Shough was 40. So 88 is the number. That is going to be it. You cannot go lower than 88%. That just will not happen. So I think that that's good news for the Saints. You don't have to fully maximize or fully guarantee the deal. But I do think for Tyler Shough, this is also good news because you're still going to get a lot of money. Now, it is important to consider the rookie wage scale. This is something that comes into factor. The salaries for these rookies is non-negotiable. The teams and agents typically clash over the little details like bonuses and guarantees and everything. So for Tyler Shough, you have to consider that the salary cap is increasing, so his salary will increase. It's adjusted every single year for the salary cap increase to just protect the rookies and make sure that they get their fair share of their earnings as well. And so I want to hop in the time machine here and kind of just refer to what's recently gone down for the 40th overall pick and second round picks as well. So Cooper DeJean, he was the 40th overall pick for the New Orleans Saints last year. 80.5% of his contract was guaranteed. The first 2 years and part of his third year were guaranteed. So that right there is probably a good happy medium of where to maybe expect. Again, consider it's a quarterback, so maybe a little bit more. Isaiah Foskey, he was the 2023 40th overall pick by the New Orleans Saints, second round pick out of Notre Dame. They guaranteed his first 3 years, 77.1% of his rookie contract was guaranteed. So that's an interesting number to consider when you look at Kool-Aid McKinstry. Remember, Foskey was 40th overall. McKinstry, 41st overall just a year later. He got 79.5% of his contract guaranteed. First 3 years plus part of the fourth-year deal. So for me, I think it's going to kind of come down to the guarantees on that fourth year for Tyler Shough. I expect that's where this whole thing will be resolved, and that's kind of when we all see how this unfolds. That's where the holdup was. But the dominoes are falling. They are starting to align, and the stars are starting to align where Tyler Shough will sign his rookie contract right before training camp. That's what I expect. That's what I've been saying will happen for a few weeks now. And to be totally honest, I'm very, very confident in that take. I don't expect a lot of problems from Tyler Shough for the New Orleans Saints at training camp. I expect him to be a full participant. I expect him to have this deal done very soon. And I expect Tyler Shough to take full advantage of training camp this season. Now, Who Dat Nation, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Try to get you a little bit more informed and try to help you understand what's going on around the league and how everything impacts the New Orleans Saints. The Black and Gold got some good news. Tyler Shough's contract, I think, will be inked pretty dang soon. Y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time.